Welcome to Gavel Gossip, Justice Unfiltered. In today's courtroom drama, a mother put a new truck before child support, is now demanding even more money. She made a deal. Dad pays her rent and car payment instead of child support. But when he couldn't afford both rent and the truck, she ran to court. Now the judge must decide, is this about the child or just another financial scheme? Oh, and if you live for courtroom chaos with a side of sass, smash that like button, drop your snarky take in the comments, and hit subscribe. We've got all the drama, and we're not afraid to share it.
This is the hearing on the motion filed by the Attorney General's office. It's a motion to modify child support obligation. The parties before me are Jose Hernandez and Victoria Marquez, who are present before me on the Zoom application. My name is Antonio Rodriguez. I am the Associate Judge for the Title 40 Court. Next, this matter is being live streamed on the YouTube channel. At this time, parties before me are Jose Hernandez and Victoria Marquez. I'm going to ask the Attorney General, Ms. Kaplan, to make an announcement on this matter. Ms. Kaplan, ready to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor. Lindsay Kaplan for the State of Texas, ready to proceed, Your Honor.
Okay, and Mr. Jose Hernandez, are you ready to proceed today, sir? Yes, sir. Ms. Marquez, Victoria Marquez, you ready to proceed today, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ms. Kaplan, go ahead and present the case, please.
Thank you, Your Honor. The state calls Mr. Hernandez as a witness.
Okay.
Sir, what is your name?
Jose, I can...
And are you ordered to pay child support?
Well, last time I called you guys' office, they told me 15 I wasn't supposed to be paying anything, but I still been paying child support.
The state requests the court take judicial notice of the prior order in this case, entitled Order in Suit Affecting the Parent-Child Relationship.
Yes. All right, the court will take judicial notice of order that was issued in this case, and it does reflect that child support was not set matter for the child before the court. Pursuant to the agreement of the parties, no child support was set. Mr. Hernandez was ordered to continue work to provide health insurance for the child.
Mr. Hernandez, do you recall why you and Ms. Marquez agreed not to set child support?
Because we came up an agreement that I would be paying the house payment for my child to have a place to stay, and I started paying the house ever since.
Are you still paying the house payment now?
No, because she needed a car, so I agreed to get her a car, and when I was working, I was paying the house and the car, but now that I'm not working, I can't afford to pay both. So since the car's under my name, I told her, you know what, I'll pay the truck, which is $600, I think it's like $650 a month, plus the insurance, which is another $120, and that's what she said, and I guess she still wanted me to pay the house, but I can't afford to pay. It's either I could pay the house or I could pay the truck.
And how much do you pay total monthly for the truck?
I think it's like $650 plus the insurance, which is another $100 and something.
And who is able to utilize this truck?
She's the one using it.
How does this truck benefit your child, Dominique?
Oh, well, he has places to go, doctor appointments. If he's playing sports, wherever he needs to go, he has the right to go without an excuse. You know what I mean? Doctor's appointments, school.
And you mentioned you're not working, sir, correct?
No, I'm receiving unemployment.
You're not working at all anywhere, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
How much unemployment are you receiving?
I think on the statement, $1,650.
And how often do you receive that amount?
Every 2 weeks.
Do you have the documentation with you that tends to show what you do receive in unemployment benefits?
Yes, ma'am. I just send you an email with that information.
Would you be opposed to me offering that information to the court as an exhibit, sir?
That's fine.
Do you have health insurance for your child, Dominique?
Not at the moment. It just stopped on November. November was the last month he had insurance just because I got laid off.
What type of health insurance does Dominique have now?
Medicaid.
Is there any other insurance available for Dominique?
No, ma'am, not at the time.
Do you have any other children, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
How many?
One.
Does that other child live with you?
I'm also paying child support.
Is that child under the age of 18?
Yes, ma'am.
No further questions for this witness. The state emailed the unemployment benefit information that was provided by Mr. Hernandez. The state requests that that be offered as State's Exhibit 1 at this time.
Okay, I'm reviewing the document. So, I'm reviewing the document that was provided. Mr. Hernandez, it says that you're receiving $1,670 unemployment?
Yes, sir.
Is it, and you said it was every 2 weeks you receive that?
Yes, sir.
Do we have any other income, sir?
No, sir.
Okay. All right, the exhibit will be admitted into evidence. Go ahead. $1,650.
Thank you, Your Honor. The state calls Ms. Marquez as a witness.
All right, go ahead. She's been sworn in.
Ma'am, what is your name?
Victoria Marquez.
Was Mr. Hernandez paying for a place for Dominique and you to stay?
Yes, ma'am, because when we went to court for child support, what was ordered in the court was less than what we had agreed on for the house payment, so he was paying.
Is he still paying?
No, ma'am.
For the place?
No, ma'am.
Is Mr. Hernandez paying for a truck for you to utilize for Dominique?
Yes, ma'am. We were together. We were living together, and we actually got 2 vehicles together at the same time. We purchased 2 vehicles. And now he's wanting to take the truck from me to avoid, he said either the truck or the child support, he wasn't going to pay both. But we had an issue last year where he showed up to the house with the cops, and the cops did let him know it wouldn't have to be a court. We would have to go to court to fight for the trucks.
And would you like Mr. Hernandez to pay you child support?
Yes, ma'am.
And how is Dominique insured?
Medicaid.
Does he have any other type of insurance? You heard Mr. Hernandez's testimony that he is unemployed, receiving unemployment benefits, and has no other income.
That's a lie. Because his dad is a contractor, and he has been working for his dad, getting paid by his dad as well.
How do you know this?
Because Mr. Hernandez tells me all the time when I've spoken to him or he calls to speak to Dominic, he's there working at work with his dad.
Do you know how much his dad pays him?
No, ma'am, it's cash under the table so that he could avoid paying the child support.
Do you know that he's working there now, currently?
Yeah, he is. I'm sure if he were to show the camera, he's probably working.
Do you know how Mr. Hernandez is able to work and receive unemployment benefits?
I don't know, because he's lying.
What type of business does Mr. Hernandez's dad have?
They build swimming pools.
How much is Mr. Hernandez paid for building a swimming pool?
Well, from what I hear Dominic's dad talk about when he quotes, it's like $40,000 plus a pool.
How many employees split that $40,000?
I wouldn't be able to. I don't know how many employees the dad has under him.
And how many pools are built during the summer? Are you aware?
No, ma'am. They don't just work on one pool at a time. It's a number of pools at a time that they work at the same time.
When you were in a relationship with Mr. Hernandez, did he also work building pools?
No, ma'am. He was working out of town at the time for the gas pipeline.
Did Mr. Hernandez ever tell you how much he earns building pools?
Not exactly how much and a set amount, but just how much each pool was.
No further questions for this witness. Pass the witness.
Any other evidence or testimony?
Permission to recall Mr. Hernandez.
All right, go ahead.
Mr. Hernandez, you heard this testimony of Ms. Marquez that you're working for your father building pools. Is that true, sir?
My dad's a contractor, but how does she know I work with him? I don't work with him. You know what I mean? If they're not,
Mr. Hernandez, the question is, sir, just answer the question that's being asked, okay? Do you work for your dad?
No.
Okay, next question.
So you're currently not working at all right now, correct?
No, I'm not working.
And you're not building pools?
No, my dad does.
No further questions for this witness. Pass the witness.
Any other evidence or testimony?
No other evidence or testimony from the seat at this time.
Okay. Ms. Marquez, are you married to Mr. Hernandez?
No, so we were common law.
Well, that's a marriage here in El Paso. Did you ever get divorced?
No, sir.
Okay. And how old is Dominic?
6.
6. Okay, 6 years old. All right. Thank you, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
Ms. Kaplan, state's recommendation.
Your Honor, based on the unemployment benefits that were provided by Mr. Hernandez of receiving $16.70 every 2 weeks, there's 26 2-week periods in a year. Divided by 12 months, the state gets a monthly gross of $36,1833 with credit for one other child that Mr. Hernandez testified to that he is court ordered to support, with credit for $163 cash medical, which is prorated for the other child that he has a duty to support. The state has calculated a child support amount of $505. The state requests that amount begin on February 1st of 2021, as Mr. Hernandez was served with this suit for modification back in January.
We were actually served. We had already gone to court in December to try to do the modification, and he refused the order in December as well.
I refused the order.
The motion was filed, hold on. The motion was filed on December 18th. In the case, Mr. Hernandez was served on January 23rd. This is the first setting of this hearing. This first setting before the court. Go ahead, Ms. Else, Ms. Stafford.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. I do find that there has been substantial material changes since the last order that said child support. Well, there was no child support, so child support was set at 0 pursuant to the party's agreement at that time. Based on the current information before the court will modify and set child support as recommended by the Attorney General, $505 a month in child support and $163 in medical support. Payments to commence May 1st, which is this Saturday. Anything else in this matter, Ms. Kaplan?
Okay, I have a question.
Hold on a second. Anything else, Ms. Kaplan?
Nothing further from the state, Your Honor.
Yes, Mr. Hernandez, Ms. Ricketts.
Okay, no. What about me paying the truck and me paying child support all this time that I wasn't supposed to be paying anything?
Well, that's something that's outside the court consideration, sir. Y'all had an agreement. Apparently, this agreement was either not followed by the parties or not followed. So now we're at a point where I'm setting child support in this case.
It was followed.
Sir, as far as the truck or any other property that you'll have, that's something outside this court. I'm saying court at that time.
I mean, women are always going to have the right, you know what I mean? So, it is what it is.
Any other questions, Mr. Hernandez? Ms. Marquez, do you have any questions?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. I'm not here to resolve any issue on trucks, cars, or anything. This court is setting child support. Okay? All right,
Thank you.
go ahead and prepare the order. I'll sign it today.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Your excuse. Thank you all very much.
Who could I contact about my child visitation rights?
You have to file a petition with the court to have that addressed. You may have to contact the private attorney to do that.
Are we done then?
Yes, sir. You're free to go. Thank you.